Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. This every day's video. The beer's courtesy of Pariah. Thanks so much, Pariah. Really appreciate it. So, when I did the unboxing, it wasn't this one, but I read the back, and I was like, oh, wait, they give tasting notes, so I'm going to read the back after I give my thoughts, but I will read the front. So it is called Wicked as Sin, Your Dankest Nightmare, appropriate. Liquid Terror, devilishly, why is that word so hard for me? Deviliciously Delightful, a modern IPA brought to you by the folks at Pariah. Great can art, very horror movie-esque, clearly, what they're going for. And it is just over a month, at time of review. All right. The clear beer shows off the unclean glass. No, they all styles would show that on how unclean that was. Jeez, I just cleaned it. Yikes! Must be I didn't get all those nooks and crannies. There's a part. This part is driving me crazy. I'll just face. Even though it's driving me crazy, I'm going to face it towards me and put the nice side towards you. So anyway, very much looks like a West Coast IPA. It is, unfiltered for sure. Great carbonation. This glass has, it's a little etched at the bottom to help get bubbles going. Certainly is happening in this beer and easy to see that. I'd say probably 2 fingers when I first poured it. White, I guess barely off-white. Head, it is pretty compact. On top, it's starting to break up, look a little sudsy. Already seeing some, let me get a little bit more. No legs. Some lacing, sticking around. Beautiful looking beer. Short version. Definitely looks like West Coast style IPA. Let's get into the aroma. Citrus is the first thing that hits me, but I'm trying to be more specific than just citrus. What kind of citrus? How much? What's the intensity? That kind of thing. Is it ripe or unripe? Is it more zest or, the juice kind of a thing? Because I really don't want to just hang it on citrus, but it's kind of like an amalgamation of what I think, like orange, some lemon, lime, and a little bit of grapefruit, but I'll say it's a hair more orangey than the other things. There's like the sweet, what is the thing though? It's like driving me crazy. Oh, like marmalade, orange marmalade. Like almost like jammy that way, which makes this beer sound like it's like way sweeter smelling than it is. For me, it's like herbaceously dank. It's not weed dank specifically. Little bit of zest, but it's mostly like the fruitiness of those citrus. Yeah, I'm getting, it's just, for me, it's like just very citrusy, a little bit of that like herbaceous dank thing. Smells good, because that style can kick out a lot of different things, don't get me wrong, but like it does smell how when I saw it, right, there's like, I don't know how many categories of what this style typically smells like. Is it more piney, more dank, more whatever, right? And it is like one of those columns through and through with those citrus notes and a little bit of that dankness. I'm repeating myself a lot. That's how I know it's time to take a sip. Cheers. Thanks again, Pariah. I like that. Yeah, so, okay. That's one of the things I was getting the aroma that I couldn't land on. You do have definitely the citrus, like, and I'll talk about that more in a second. It's the malt. It's like, it's a little bready, but it's not full on. It's so the breadiness and the bitterness are like so harmonious. It's interesting because it almost becomes like a new thing that I don't have a good word for. But I think that describes it pretty well. The malt backbone of it all, right, is there and works really well with the bitterness. And I think part of it is I haven't had a beer that's done that in a while. I get a little bit of, like, in a good way, like the beeriness of it, the fermentation of it, which again pairs with this like bread, maybe even into doughy a little bit. But anyway, that's more of like a revelation for me, because I got down the aroma and I couldn't put my finger on it. But the citrus, for sure, like the aroma, it's way more orangey to me than any other kind of citrus. I could see like a little bit of a lemon lime thing, a little bit of a grapefruit, but it's not like a grapefruit bomb, which is another thing like West Coast style IPAs can be. Man, look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful. Crisp, but not pointy. Like not like prickly, if that makes sense. Interesting. Okay. So let's go back to the aroma for a sec. I was leaning really on the dank herbaceousness, and there's some of that, but there is some pine. Definitely some pine. And it's... what beer was I drinking recently? Oh, duh. It's a mystery beer that I did with the guys at FLX. And I won't spoil what that beer was, but in case you haven't watched it yet, but it is posted by now. This has... It's like the... hop oil, like the way it like lands on your palate is, you do get like some of that like icky sticky hop oil thing. Really pleasant. It reminds me of the beers I used to drink a lot, before there were many different styles of multiple styles of IPAs. Let me see what they have to say, and then see if I have similar thoughts or different thoughts or whatever. Rectify anything. All right, so wicked as sin. Yep, IPA. Something wicked this way comes. Also, I just love whatever paper this is. I love this. What you're holding is a modern West Coast IPA. Yeah, clearly. Brewed using all we've learned brewing hop-forward beers at Pariah. Wicked as sin is unapologetically bright, crisp, and refreshingly bitter. Yep. With notes of tangerine hop candy. I like that. Yeah, and I have used that as a descriptor, like hop candy. I know, like Ithaca's Flower Power, I get that. Definitely some like West Coast style IPAs. Yeah, I like that. Totally get it. Lemon rind. Yeah, I mean, I talked a lot about the citrus. Pine. And again, resin and earthy dankness. So, okay, actually. Yeah. Right, this is not the one I read. No, because I read the... It was the 90s Kids, the littler version of it, the refill. I forget the full name. Or if that is the name. I think it's refill. Or something refill. So anyway, that's one I read. Anyway, yeah, I would say we're really spot on. Like in the aroma, I got more of that dankness. And I was saying herbaceous. They're saying earthy. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Less in the taste, but then they do mention the pine resin thing. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty spot on with our thoughts. 6.6%. Okay, probably 6.66% ABV, hence the name. Drink within 90 days. The temperature, and yeah. All right, what's this say? Made in Baltimore. Yeah. So, and if you haven't seen about Pariah, they are only producing in Baltimore at this point, and because like they're like moving their operation there, they're still going to have a San Diego. I think it's just distribution. I think they're contracting out there. I think it's all going to be brewed in Baltimore. But yeah, up and running. I want to get down there. My wife has a friend who lives down that way, so definitely want to get down there, go to the brewery. But anyway, have you had this beer before? Have you had West Coast style IPA recently? You want to tell me about? A different beer you're drinking right now you want to tell me about? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.